on Twitch. Let's hit the go button on YouTube. Yeah, close the dock. Well, hello there, Hockey 40. Sorry, I'm actually building a huge giant iron farm in Minecraft Bedrock, but I'm also haven't streamed in forever, so I'm figuring out why I am not multi-streaming. Oh, I am. Okay. Let's pop my chat out on YouTube so that I can read chat there. Give me just give me just a second, and I will get back to building and talking and all the things. Right. Yeah, well, hopefully you can hear me. But yeah, this is actually the second stream because the first stream I started, I was on the wrong Wi-Fi. One of my Wi-Fi's is hella slow, and one of them is hella fast. I didn't mean to have my camera on. Whatever. What's up, Longhorn? I haven't seen you in a while, man. Before I restarted, I was explaining to people how this construction method is going to save about two times the amount of time versus doing it the other way, because I'm not actually building the iron farms. I'm just stacking the villages right now, and I'll come back and finish the iron farm later. And then I'll breed all the villagers later, because any villager born of this village stays in this village. It won't automatically join another village. So by breeding them later, it should save me a lot of time. Now, I've never done this before, so it's all theoretical, but I mean, I'm going to build the whole thing. I'm going to build 5 layers of 22, and I'm hoping to make somewhere between 25 and 28,000 ingots per hour. Which doesn't sound like a lot, but that's a lot for Minecraft Bedrock. I don't know of any that are that fast. And once I get this built, I might open this world up and maybe put on a Realmer server or something, let other people play, but this isn't the kind of build that you can do with other people online. So, for right now, it's going to be just me. Like I said, this world is only about 2 to 3 weeks old. So, this is a pretty ambitious project for a world that's only 2 weeks old. Yeah, that's a lot. That's a lot for Minecraft Bedrock. I'm concerned that no one is chatting on YouTube. Oh, I think I just closed my... what do you call it? I don't know if it's just not refreshing or if people just aren't chatting. I guess people just aren't chatting. Okay, fair enough. I did try to stream on YouTube yesterday, and it didn't go very well, and so people are probably a little gun shy. I accidentally started a stream that I wasn't aware of, and so I 100% ignored it for like 10 minutes. So yeah, I could understand why people might be a little gun shy. What is my YouTube channel? It is Olga. Same as my Twitch channel. It should be in the links at the top. No, it says 2 people are watching. I mean, I'm live. I can see that I'm live. It's just nobody's said anything over there. So it's always concerning to a streamer, especially a person like myself who hasn't streamed in or made videos or done anything in so long that something has gone amiss. Oh, this is like, so like this is just wool. I know it looks like it's not wool, like it's concrete, you know, like but I just prefer the cleaner look of this texture pack. I don't have a lot of textures on, but that is one of them. Also like grass sides and things like that. I got them all at like Bedrock Tweaks, I believe is what it's called. So here will be my 2 villagers that I start each village with. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's throw us one of these, right? So we're going to make a couple of more beds. See, I have given all of these guys a bunch of bread previously, so they're more than stocked up on bread. And by placing these beds down, now I've created a village here. And I keep these workstations here so that I can buy bread from them if I ever need to. Oh, there's a Longhorn. Okay, good. I'm glad chat's working. Thank you. Thank you for confirming that. I really appreciate that. Like I said, it's just a little concerning that like something has gone wrong. And there are 10 million things that can go wrong. All right, baby. You know you want to get in that boat. Oh. There we go. Oh, there's our babies right there, right? Just like that. We're really just kind of waiting for it to be nighttime. But I'm going to drag these villagers well over 100 blocks away. And because I destroyed those beds, well, now there's no longer a village here. And the stacking isn't different from how I did it last time. The only difference is that I'm not breeding the villagers in each farm. I'm going to wait to do that at the end. I'm going to just stack the villages. So I'm going to put all these villagers just in every village and just fill all the villages up. And I'm going to end up with about 110 farms, right? Because I'm going to have 5 levels of this. And like I said, I'm hoping to make about, and like I said, this is all theoretical that I can do this anyways, because I haven't tested it. So hopefully we're cruising at about 25 to 28,000 based on rough math. And so like I don't know how long this will take. Maybe a week. I'm gonna try to stream most of it. I built the first level off stream here, but over there I have my very in the far distance I have my very basic iron farm and like my lava farm, my wool farm, things like that. Just really basic things to get supplies with. Yes, 110 will be the total, yes. And here is where I decide which way I'm going to go, right? Because I have all these different paths to all the different iron farms. And I decide, am I going to go left and do the left iron farms or the right iron farms or whatever? And I'm going to go left this time. But it doesn't really matter as long as I fill up the iron farms from the farthest to the closest. Go get in your beds, bro. And at this point, right, I'm well over 100 blocks from where I will be at the closest iron farm once they're all built. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Now 16 is the furthest you can go because that's the furthest that a villager can detect a POI. But I'll have to go 12 just to give myself a couple of blocks error here. Yeah, as far as I know, it might be the biggest that I've ever seen. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe there are people who have built them bigger, but I'm building this in 100% survival. So you can see in the distance there, that is my very basic iron farm, and I have a lava farm and things like that over there where I'm getting these supplies. So I do a little bit of that off camera, but nobody wants to see me stand there and mine and stuff. But people might be interested in this. Like I said, I have built the lower level. So we have that going for us. And this is the second level. Well, if you go to my YouTube channel, you can find a 20 stack iron farm. So, I mean, it's not that I've never done larger than 12, but this will be 110 total, 22 per level. And I will probably make this available for download if people are interested. Like I said, the furthest you can go is 16 blocks, but like I said, I try to err on the side of caution. And when I say it's over 100 blocks, it's about 150 because I like to, like I said, you're better being cautious when you do extreme things. You're better off being overly cautious rather than doing the minimum, you know? Oh, don't run into me, dude. These villagers will fall off the edge of this. I should have put up some like guardrails or something, but I'm so lazy. But yeah, if you give a villager a chance to die or do something stupid, they absolutely will. I remember to stack villagers. What keeps the villagers from combining? Just distance between beds because of the way they're placed. No, what keeps them from combining is that I created this village way over there, right? And as long as I maintain at least one bed in the village at all times, this village remains. The bare minimum to have a village is one villager and one bed. So at this point right here, I have one villager and one bed, and he's part of that village. So he's going to come jump in this bed, and now he's a villager in a bed in this village. And I brick this bed, and I still have a villager in a bed. See? Neat, right? And so you have to watch for the green particles. And how I'd done it previously is that I had built one village and I bred all the villagers inside the village. And so then I had 20 villagers, right? And then I did the next one. And then so then I would have 40 villagers. And then I would have 60 villagers and 80 villagers. And by the time I got to 20 villages, well, guess what? I had 400 villagers. But it was extremely laggy and it would take a long, long time to move each villager. But this way, I have 22 villages down there, right? Well, guess how many villagers I have? I have 44. I only have 44 villagers all total combined down there. So it's much faster. I'm experiencing much less lag, and I can move these villagers faster. And I will just breed them up. And when the iron farm's running, you're going to have to just deal with a little bit of lag. But if you don't look at any of the entities, you really don't notice it. So I don't think the iron farm will be that laggy as long as you don't look at any of the entities, you know, just kind of like stare at the ground or whatever. That is absolutely 100% correct. I'm moving the village like 12 blocks at a time. And as long as I maintain, which is why I'm doing it at night, you can do it at day. And I made a video about that where you can, about the 20 stacked iron farm I did, where you can do it during the day, but it's much easier to do at night. And it's a lot easier for people to see and understand how to do it at night. During the day, it involves a boat and leads and still moving the beds exactly the same way, but you have to pay a lot more attention. And this is the much easier way. Now, there is a possibility that I will run out of nighttime, right? So, like, you know, when the sun comes up, these villagers will get out of bed. And when that happens, and it will inevitably happen, I will show you how to deal with that. It does happen. You get caught out sometimes. Go get in your bed, bro. See, bro, we don't got time for this, man. Get a move on. And for sure, if you use the old method where you complete each iron farm as you go, you know, obviously you're making iron as you build it, but the problem is that you will always get caught out because it definitely takes more than 8 minutes to move them that way. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. What's up, Daryl? Yeah, these villagers need to get a move on or we're going to get caught out on the first village. That'll be so embarrassing. But we will deal with that, and it's really not a big deal to deal with it. It just is more annoying, right? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Like I said, I was playing around with like some stream settings and things last night, and apparently I'd accidentally hit go on YouTube somehow because I'm actually multi-streaming to both Twitch and to YouTube. So shout out to everybody watching across wherever they may be. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I was streaming earlier on Twitch and it was super laggy, but I realized I was connected to the wrong Wi-Fi. I have two Wi-Fis, and one of them is painfully slow, and the other one is really, really fast. Man, guys, we only made it halfway. What's wrong with you? So slow. Okay, let's see, because we are going to get caught out, right? So, like, the sun's about to come up. I am going to just do this so that I make sure these villagers, nothing bad happens to them. See, so it's daytime now and they're about to wake up. So we're going to just let them pop up. They'll be perfectly fine right here. Nothing bad will happen to them. See? They won't de-link from those beds because they can reach them. So we're not worried about them. We're going to go down here and get something. Do I not have my resource pack on? Obviously, I don't have my resource pack on. Okay. Go show you all the dirty secrets, right? Global resources active. Oh, I have the old one activated. Okay. Like if you are looking to buy a texture pack from the marketplace, man, I cannot recommend these two enough. I love them to death. There we go. Activate. Okay. Yeah, the plastic texture pack is one of the greatest texture packs that 4J Studios ever made, and I guess technically now it's Minecraft owns it, but like it was created by 4J Studios, and it might single-handedly be the greatest texture pack ever made. I know I'm probably overselling it a little bit, but barely. I'm barely overselling it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oops. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I'm going to sacrifice the last space of spawning here. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Now, I turned this resource pack on to show you the chunk borders. Not because I need them on, but because, I mean, I know the layout of this farm. I designed it myself, so I know how to lay it out. But I wanted to show you that you don't have to chunk line farms. And the AFK spot is going to be in the middle of that red square right there. So it only allows you to spawn out to 64 blocks, which is going to be 1, 2, 3, 6, 7, 8, which will be right here. So I'm going to have to give up this last block of spawning here. But in the grand scheme of things, that won't really matter. You know what I'm saying? I mean, like, does it matter that your spawn platform is 9 by 17, 8 by 15, or 8 by 14? Like, what's the difference, right? You won't be a number that you can tell the difference. It's a difference without a, how do they say that? A difference without a, anyways, I'm forgetting the words here, but, it's a difference without a distinction. That's the word. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. And during the day, while you're waiting for it to become night again, you can just do the other tasks that you need to do here on the farm. So you don't have to waste time. You can go gather supplies, or you can go breed villagers, or do whatever you want to do. There aren't a lack of jobs to do here building this farm. Like I said. Or you could go up and build the next level, And each one of these levels is 22 blocks apart. Just in case anybody was curious. Because on Sim 4, which is I'm building this on, right? I'm building 110 iron farms that will all be loaded, all be operating on a Sim 4 world in survival. What's up, Ash Punny? Okay, yes I am. I don't know what that means. What's up? I think you could. I think most people, if you practice a little bit, could do this. I don't think it's that hard. I think that people just do two things. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I think people psych themselves out about villagers. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Oh, that's one too many. Which one of y'all was supposed to be counting? And I think you could actually do this. Somebody on YouTube, I should get one of those things that where it combines the chat on screen. Okay, maybe the next time I stream. We'll see if we can get hooked that up for tomorrow. Seventh Eel. Hey, I'm just passing by to thank you for your detailed explanation surrounding the mechanics of villages. Helped me out a bunch. Well, I'm very glad to help. I got into villages because I would watch all the videos on YouTube, right? And I would build the things that they told me to build, and they just didn't work, or they didn't do the things that they said that they did, right? So like they would go, oh, this barn makes 2 stacks, or this barn makes blah blah blah, and it does this, and this is how, and like none of it was true. And I was like, I got so frustrated. I was like, okay, well, I'm just gonna sit down and pour like 200 hours into this and figure out how this works. And so yeah, oof. Man, look, yeah, I'm on peaceful, right? The that could have hurt pretty bad. That could have been a disaster. I should have aimed for the water. It looks like I'm on Java. No, I'm on Bedrock. Yeah, I only play Bedrock. I mean, I guess there's nothing really wrong with Java. Well, there's a couple of things wrong with Java. One, I like to play with a controller. So Java doesn't have native controller support, so that's strike one, right? And then no one plays vanilla survival on Java. Not a single person. At the very minimum, they all use something, right? So they use, I don't know, what's the one that makes everything better, like where it runs better? No, you don't play survival Java. Nobody does. Optifine, that's a mod. Everyone uses at least one mod. No one plays vanilla survival Java. Not a single person. But the problem is that no one considers that like not playing vanilla, right? So like they'll be like, oh well, I just used the quality of life mods. Okay, but that's not vanilla then. Like you've modded it. Yeah, right there. Sodium Optifine free cam, right? So like nobody plays vanilla survival in Java. Not anybody, nobody, because it runs like garbage if you do. Yeah, no, and I'm not saying I blame people for doing that, but like nobody plays survival, unmodded Java. And like I said, if I played Java, I wouldn't either. I don't blame people. I would not play vanilla Java either. There's nothing that I'm using that's not a resource pack. So this is 100% survival Bedrock. You play unmodded when you're tired of playing with people? I've never really found too many people to play with on Java. I guess I don't know enough of the Java community. You play vanilla when you stream? Interesting. Alright, thank you, Seventh Eel. I appreciate everyone stopping in and watching. Even if they just stop by and say hi. I haven't streamed or made content or done anything in probably like a year almost. I mean, so long that like YouTube demonetized my channel. That's how long it's been. Oh, the sun's going down. Okay, villagers, we ain't got time for your mess now. We gotta go. We gotta go move our villagers. Finish up that first one.
says, I'm pretty excited about finally getting hardcore mode.
Yeah, yes and no. I mean, like, I don't know that I necessarily understand the appeal of hardcore mode. Imagine, like, playing this right here and building all this and then just dying and then it's just gone. Like, I guess as a quick pickup game, you know, that you just, you know, you go, okay, it doesn't matter what I'm doing. I'm not building anything huge. I'm going to just keep it simple. I'm just going to, like, cruise through and play with friends and do dumb stuff. And, like, okay, cool. But I don't know that I get it. Like, how do you play long-term worlds? And I understand that there are people who say that they have had this hardcore world for 5 years or whatever. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. But like I said, I don't necessarily know that I get it.
Nothing on server. Xbox 360.
I think it could be interesting if you had a group that really played. Like, they played every day. Like, if you, which I wouldn't mind having a group like that, if you played every day. And but the problem is, okay, let's say you set it up for yourself, right? Well, you know that you're not going to be in that world very long. Something's going to happen. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And but like, so you can set it up as a server or realm or something, right? Is hardcore mode. But unless everyone is playing every day, it really doesn't mean all that much. Because I could just log in on the first day and then never log in and be alive the longest. And also, I am really, really careless when I play. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Don't do anything silly, villager. I'll have to kill this guy if you do.
I don't know what lifesteal is. What kind of food do you use for efficient in breeding these?
I use bread. For 2 reasons. One, it only takes 3 bread to make a villager, right? It takes 12 potatoes and it takes 12 carrots and it takes 12 beetroot. So obviously bread is the best. Now you can go, oh well, what about wheat? Well, wheat gets turned to bread. Villagers turn wheat to bread instantly. So if you're using wheat, you're really using bread. And the biggest reason I use bread is because I can just literally buy it from the villagers. You're like, all right, see you in a little bit. Yeah, that's why I use bread, because it is by far the most efficient. I don't have to grow it. I don't have to wait on it. I literally, the 2 villagers that I used to breed back there, I buy bread from them, then give it back to them so they breed babies. Like, it doesn't get any better than that. So, I mean, everyone has their preference, but that's mine. I just buy a bunch of stacks of bread and throw it to them, then I just, every time I throw beds down there, they breed babies, so. So that makes 23 villages now stacked. I'll show you kind of how I do breeding. I don't know if you were here for that a while ago, but when I bred those last villagers, but so I have all my farms there, right? So then between the edge of those farms and here, which is where I start the stacking at, where this green starts, this is where I start the stacking process, is about 150 blocks. Now, it only has to be 100, but I like to give myself a little buffers and things like that so I don't ever have issues, right? People who do the minimum, then they'll be like, oh, how come it didn't work? Because you try to take a shortcut. There's no shortcuts. Just do the work, right? So I have these villagers here, right? Well, I can go over here and I don't have very many emeralds on me at the moment. Could go get some, I suppose. I do have a very tiny trading hall where I stack up emeralds. But because they have access to their workstation there, I can buy bread from them, and then I just throw it back to them. If you look just over there, I have a small iron farm with a trading hall. If you look farther over that way, you'll notice that I have a, what do you call it? It's right there. It's a wool farm. And so I sell wool to those villagers, and I buy swords and gear and stuff, right? And I have a lava farm. I should go over there. I'm not going to get anything done right now. Like I said, I've had this world for about 3 weeks, so... Are you guys out of food? Oh, that's right. You can't breed at nighttime. What am I doing with my life? No, that's only for Java. These guys right here will breed anytime during the daytime. They don't breed at night. On Bedrock, they just need food and beds. And for you to not try to trade with them. If you hold something in your hand that they want to trade for, trading is a higher priority than breeding. Villagers on Bedrock run on a schedule and a priority system. So they want to trade more than they want to breed, and they want to do, like, they have certain things they want to do. If you ring a bell, they can. I don't think they can breed at night now. Like I said, they run on a schedule. So I have this little lava farm, and I have my Simtick wool farm. I bet you guys don't have this on Java. Let me show you how this works. I kind of build it different than a lot of people do. A lot of people put the sheep in a 1x1 little cell, and I don't like to do that. So I just let my sheep roam around in this 5x5, except for when I want to shear them. And then I push them into this little bitty corner right here, right? That is full of shears. And then I go here just out of sim distance, right? So the dispenser is in sim range, but the sheep is not. And like I said, I don't have a faster clock. I wish I had a faster clock, but I haven't been to the nether or anything else. Redstone, we do got that. Yeah, I know you have redstone. That's not the impressive part. The impressive part is what's happening to that sheep down there. And I only ran that for a few seconds just for effect, right? On Java, this sheep would have made 1 wool. Yeah, I just made like almost a second and a half. Yeah, I know y'all have wool on Java. I mean, redstone on Java. Yeah. That's called sim ticking. And then I do that all the time, and then I trade it to these guys. And I buy it, and I get emeralds. So that's what I've been doing. I mean, obviously I terraformed this island flat, and I've been stacking up the dirt and the cobblestone and all the things, right? Making all my smooth stone here. Because reasons. So like I have a little bit of stuff going on here. We should get back to breeding our villagers before we run out of daytime. Unlick those nasty modders. I don't know what that means. Nothing is modded about that. That is 100% vanilla Bedrock. It's It's known as sim ticking. You could call it a bug, maybe, but like it's just how it works. It's it's just an interesting mechanic. But I like to let my sheep run around a little bit. I mean, not totally free, but he has a 5x5 spot, and that's pretty good, right? He's not stuck in a minecart like most people. Most people do that. Okay, there's our baby villagers. We'll drag these guys out of here. No, like modders can remove wool, so I'm claiming that nested modders remove wool. It is like zero ticking, sort of. The shears shear the sheep, but don't update the sheep because the sheep is out of sim distance. We don't have lazy chunks in Bedrock like Java does. So in Java, it would just shear the sheep and he would be sheared because they have lazy chunks. So like outside of the sim distance, it's kind of loaded, but not kind of loaded. You know, it's kind of like whatever. Yeah, it's an easy way to describe it. Yeah, Java has what they call lazy chunks, right? So like the chunk is loaded, but it's not loaded, kind of deal. And we don't have that on Bedrock. If it's outside of the sim distance, then it doesn't. Like it's not happening. As far as everything else is concerned, it's not happening. But that dispenser thinks it's shearing that sheep, but that sheep doesn't believe it. The sheep is like, nope, didn't happen. I'm in unloaded chunks, bro. Did not happen. Petition to add chunk loaders. That is a highly debated topic. I mean, Bedrock has you can load chunks, right? So like you can just run a command to add a ticking area, right? Which is loaded chunks, and you can add them anywhere you want to. You can add them in the Nether or the End or the Overworld or add them anywhere you like. That's kind of a unique feature versus Java. How Java has like spawn chunks, you know, that Bedrock can add kind of sort of spawn chunks anywhere it wants to. But you aren't giving them automatically. Is kind of the difference. And they're not as useful as the spawn chunks say on Java. I'm hoping that some of that stuff with the ender pearls comes to Bedrock because that would allow us to make chunk loaders, right, in vanilla. Where if you throw an ender pearl, it loads the chunk, which would be kind of interesting. I don't know how useful it'd be, but it would be at least interesting. About ticking areas, buggy, I guess. It's not that it's buggy; it's that mobs require a player to be present to spawn. So if you build an iron farm in a ticking area, it won't work unless the player's there. Mobs won't spawn. Existing mobs will be fine, and they can do things like you can run your wolf armor or whatever. But no new mobs will spawn because mobs spawn only around the players. So a ticking area in Bedrock isn't as useful as, say, spawn chunks in Java because you can't build like a creeper farm there or an iron farm or whatever. I mean, you can build it there, it just won't work. Now, things like redstone will work and crops will still be ticked and things like that. So it does have its uses. Like if you were like building a map or something of sorts, you could set up all your command blocks or whatever there because it would always be ticked. So it does have its uses. It's just not the same as spawn chunks on Java. And of course, chunk loaders, we don't get the nice things, like if you throw something through a portal, it loads the other side. We don't get all that. So part of it is because Bedrock supports such low end devices, you know, they cut out a lot of those weird little oddities to save CPU cycles and stuff, you know. So I don't know if chunk letters are ever going to be a thing in Bedrock. I can't say for sure or not. Who knows, right? Weirder things have happened. So like during the daytime, we just build and we breed villagers and we do all those things. That's kind of how this whole system here works. Is during the day you do the things you have to do during the daytime, and at nighttime you move villagers. And you just run around the clock. Yeah, on Bedrock, villagers don't breed at nighttime. I will look into that thing if you ring a bell, whether they will breed or not, but I don't feel like that's accurate. I mean, they will pop out of bed and stuff if you ring a bell, but y'all not. Oh, there you go. Okay, I was gonna say I'm pretty sure y'all made a baby. It's crazy to me how you can take 2 villagers and make, you know, this thing is gonna have. I can't even tell you how many villagers. It's gonna have 10 villagers per farm, so 110. It's gonna have like 1,100 villagers total. On Bedrock, when you ring a bell, they go to their bed. So that is a difference between Java and Bedrock. On Bedrock, they will gather at a bell during a special, like during their scheduled time to do so, but they will breed all day long, anytime it's daytime. Oh, it's nighttime. Let's move some villagers, right? So we always want to break that breeding village so that there's no village there. No beds equals no village. Villager mechanics are quite different on Bedrock as opposed to Java. Villagers, we don't have the same type of gossip system, right? We do have a reputation system, so if you punch a villager or you trade with a villager, your reputation can go up or down. And that only thing that controls, it doesn't actually control the price. It controls golem aggression. I can show all the data for this. If people are interested in these things, I can actually pull up the data and show. Won't that like the game? Maybe. It won't be too bad if you don't look at the entities, right? So like when it's completely finished, if you just AFK and look at the ground, then it won't be that big a deal. It really depends on your device, right? So like, are you playing on your grandma's hand-me-down Android phone? Oh, what's up, Walking Sick? Welcome back. Walking Sick's watching on Twitch. I'm both streaming on Twitch and on YouTube. Walking Sick, my problems earlier were I was connected to the wrong Wi-Fi. That's why it was so laggy. And so, like, what was I talking about now? It's like Enderman, keep your head down and you're good. It's kind of like all entities, right? So, like, if you have 400 cows in a pen over here, right? And if you look at them, well, it's going to be frames for you, right? It's going to be a slideshow. But if you look the other way, it's not. I mean, you still will have some lag because of it still has to calculate the entity collisions, but they won't be so bad. Also, none of these villagers will be pathfinding. They'll all be locked up. I mean, there'll be a lot of golems being swept away and things like that, but it won't be as laggy as people. Villagers aren't as laggy as people claim they are. People will go, oh, I'm on a Nintendo Switch. I need to build the world's biggest trading hall with 200 villagers in it for some reason. And of course, yeah, you're going to have a bad time. And I'm not disparaging the Switch because it's amazing to play Nintendo games on, but for Minecraft, it is so bad. Yeah, I mean, 1,100 villagers is a lot of villagers, but I'm playing on PC. I'm playing on a I mean, not the world's most high-end PC, but I have a 7950X, 7900X. I don't remember what the CPU is, but the 7900X, and I have a 4070 GPU and 64 gigabytes of RAM. So, I mean, I'm not playing on a potato. Well, thank you for stopping by, Ash. I appreciate it. I'm gonna try to stream a little more often, maybe every day. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. See how my voice holds out, and see if I have bigger problems and whatnot. We'll see. I've been kind of sick here lately the last few months, so. But I have been feeling better, so see how it goes. Like the alcoholics say, one day at a time. Longhorn, are you watching on both YouTube and Twitch? Man, you are amazing. You are an amazing human being. I got a good point. Yeah, if you are on, your grandma's hand-me-down Android, that wasn't, good whenever it was new, yeah, you're going to have a bad time. Don't try to build the top tier of every kind of farm and build them as close as you can. Realize your limitations and play accordingly, right? If people on Java have like lag and bad stuff, they don't blame it on Java. They blame it on their computer, right? They go, oh, well, this computer is 14 years old and it's a Pentium Acceleron 3 or whatever, like whatever old crap is. They don't say I'm playing on a Pentium 3 from 1999 and expect it to run every mod known to man. But here we are on a Switch from, I don't know how the Switch is now, but it's not really a console. It's a mobile device. It has a mobile processor in it. It's an Android phone. Even if people don't want to believe that. And they go, oh, villagers are so laggy. I have 120 villagers bumping into each other. And it's so laggy. I'm like, yeah, of course it is. I'm like, some of that is villagers and some of that is user error. So yeah, it's kind of, and I'm building this in a more lag-friendly way, right? So I have stacked up each one of these villages, but each of these villages only has 2 villagers in it, right? So I'm saving myself a lot of lag by changing the way I construct these farms. Instead of breeding all, oh, you idiot. Oh. Okay, see, this is, when this happens right here, here's what you do. What a giblet head. What an absolute giblet head. And like, those are gone now. Like, yeah. Yeah, how'd that work out for him? There's nothing you can do. I mean, I guess I could have built little side rails and protected them and all, but like sometimes you just gotta kill a villager. You have to just go, well, there goes 3 bread, and move on with your day. Usually I say 12 potatoes, but you get the idea, right? I go, oh, well, there's 12 potatoes. I don't even know what I'm going to do with all this iron, right? I've only had this world for like 3 weeks, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, something like that. I don't even have I mean, this is wool, but the last time I built a 20 village stacked iron farm, I just made each farm out of iron. Like the entire farm was made out of iron blocks. It is super rare. one time on my friend's realm on Dr. Yan Cyan, we have a realm we play on sometimes, and I have a 36 village stacked iron farm there, and we just throw iron in the lava and laugh all the time because we have so much. I have built some little bridges like across the ocean. I might replace those because they're cobblestone and build like big support towers, you know, and just make the whole thing out of iron because that would be pretty baller, right? Yeah, I mean, I might make this into a server, right? So like I don't know. It would really depend on if I can figure out how to mask my IP address and port forward my router, things like that, right? I love iron blocks. I think iron blocks are amazing. I'm a big fan. Especially with, I don't know how much you guys have played in the what do you call that preview beta, right? And if you've seen all the shaders and things, that stuff is really cool. I would show you, but I don't think my OBS is set up to show preview beta. Maybe I'll show you guys tomorrow. Because like that's coming to everyone, right? So like the RTX shaders and things were only available to people who had RTX GPUs and certain AMD graphics cards. Which the RTX was amazing, right? An iron farm built out of iron blocks has a beautiful irony to it. Yeah. The RTX was amazing, right? But it was only available to certain people, right? Which isn't the spirit of Minecraft. The spirit of Minecraft is that everyone can play, right? No matter what kind of device you're on, no matter where you are in the world, no matter, you know, whatever, right? So whatever your deal is, you get to play Minecraft. And that's the whole thing about Minecraft, right? Better together, right? So like that's the whole idea of Minecraft Bedrock is that you aren't stuck on your PlayStation, or you aren't stuck on your Xbox, or you aren't stuck on your Android phone or your iOS iPad or whatever, right? So like it's better together. Like the community is better together. So like the things you're doing with the shaders in the preview are amazing. Like they look really good, and it's available to more devices. So like your things like your Xbox Series X, your PlayStation 5, your PS4 Pro, your high-end Android devices, your iPhones, your iPads, your whatever, right? So like higher end devices. Yeah, I did build. We built almost everything out of iron. Maybe I'll show y'all sometime. I mean, I could jump over there and show y'all. So like the whole idea is that everyone should be able to have shaders, right? Not just the lucky few like myself that have RTX. RTX looked amazing, and I really wish they had supported it a little better, because I feel like they abandoned it just really fast. But I do kind of get why they abandoned it, because it's kind of like, oh, only people who have nice computers can run these shaders, and everybody else can just lump it, you know? And that's not really fair. That's 4 pillars. I only have 20 villagers, and I cannot keep up. I have too much iron. Yeah. If you are a single player and you don't just enjoy doing this kind of stuff, and I just kind of enjoy it, right? So I sit around and think about these kind of things. I have a 20 villager iron farm over there, and I have stacks and stacks of blocks just from AFK in it. So that's probably, stacking up just 3 or 4 villages is probably going to be enough for most people, and that's just a single village over there. But unless you're running a server or realm or something, you don't need to build this. This is ridiculous. What I'm doing right now is ridiculous. No single person needs to do this. Only people who have mental problems like myself.
That is why I still play Bedrock. My whole family can play Switch, Xbox. Yeah, that's the whole antithesis behind it. Is that, you know, it doesn't matter if you are on an Xbox and your friend is on a PlayStation, or you have an Android and I have an iOS device, or I mean I do have an iOS device, but the whole idea is that that it's more about the community, right? You don't have to have the highest end device. Now, if you play on a lower end device, that's fine, but you also have to be realistic about your device. Don't say, how come I can't have 12 gold farm fast ticking portal farms? Why is it so laggy? Well, that's why, bro. Because you got to be realistic. I'm a single person. I do ridiculous. Yeah, you can do ridiculous. You just have to understand that it's ridiculous. Like, there's no good reason to build this, right? And even on a server, by the time I have the second level done, it'll be 44 farms. That's ridiculous. If each one of them make, let's say base they make 250 each, right? That's a lot. Let me pull up a calculator real quick. So let's just say I finished these 2 levels, right? And each farm makes an average of 250. Let's see, times 44. That's 11,000 ingots per hour. That's ridiculous. Yeah, it's almost not. I mean, I don't even think it's feasible to. I mean, you can build it, but I don't think you can run that many raids anymore, right? You can. Let's see. It takes 30 seconds to have a cooldown to start a raid, so that means you can only do how many? 2 per minute, so 120 per hour, right? So you can only do 120 raids total per hour. It takes 6 minutes per raid. I forget what the math is, but I think it's like 12. My render distance seems large. I think I'm playing at 32, but I might have turned it up earlier to take a picture. But like I said, I'm playing on a PC. Yeah, 32 is what I'm playing at. I think it maxes out. I mean, it maxes way higher than I should run. But it has a recommendation of running it at 50. And that looks like this. Also, I'm in an ocean, so that makes it look a little bit farther. I mean, 50 chunks is a long ways. That's like, I can't even tell you how many blocks. 800 blocks, right? Did I do the math right? Microsoft and Microsoft took the money from NVIDIA, and maybe we're not in. I get that a whole lot, right? That it was a little bit of a cash grab, that like NVIDIA came up and said, hey, we got this thing for you. And they said, okay, back the truck up and put the cash in the drawer and let's get this done. And I don't feel like the devs ever really did support it. But yeah, I wish it had been supported a little longer. But yeah, that's what 50 looks like. And I mean, it's not. I wouldn't play like this, but I mean, it's pretty smooth. I could definitely play at 50, but that seems ridiculous, right? My PS4 died in a storm, so I have no idea. The new raid, right? So like when you drink a ominous potion, and I don't know how this works on Java, so I'm not going to pretend to lie about that. But on Bedrock, oh crap, I need to go get those beds before it gets to be nighttime. So like on Bedrock, sorry. When you drink an ominous potion, it doesn't give you a raid instantly, right? There's a 30-second cooldown where you can drink milk after you drink that bottle to clear the ominous effect. And if you don't, then you get, what do you call it? Raid omen, right? So you get raid omen and then you start a raid. So that means you can only do a raid every 30 seconds maximum. And that's assuming you have auto clickers and a way to move yourself automatically
and all the things, right? So at a maximum, you could do 120 raids per hour. Well, it's 6 minutes. You can do 10 raids per village. So 120 minutes divided by 10 raids per village per hour means there's no point in doing a 24 stacked raid farm. There's no point in stacking up more than 12. And realistically, unless you're going to use some kind of superhuman auto clicker, there's really no point in going above about 9 or 10. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Maybe I should get into some of that and discuss some of that. I haven't talked too much about it in videos. So I have been making videos. I've been such a terrible person. Do you do like a? I just quickly made that. I just kind of took a picture and wrote some text on it. That's one of the texts that my motherboard supplies me. It's called like ROG something. I forget what it's called, but that stands for Republic of Gamers. And it's who makes my motherboard. Asus. Hi, Chelsea. Chelsea Sampson. Hello there. And I didn't realize until I started building this, right? So it's nighttime, that I have a ocean monument right there. Which would be kind of handy for like XP and things. 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Also, there's one way down there at the end too. I don't know if I'll make those into farms or not. We'll see. We'll see. Like I said, when I finish this, I might turn this into a server. I don't know enough about running a server on my own computers. So I have to do a little bit more research and things because I don't want to open up myself for trouble. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Or I might see if I can get a host or something. I don't know. On PS4, the first raid would finish about halfway through the 24 villages and the double glitch. Yeah, that was a really, really bad bug, and that where you would get the invisible double glitches. I was running a server at the time, and we were just getting raids like everywhere, like in everyone's trading halls, and just, I mean, in the iron farms, and just all over the place, right? So like it was insane because people wouldn't realize they had bad omen, then they would go to their trading hall to an iron farm, whatever. And just like start raids and start killing villagers, and because Vex can like fly through the walls and things and kill your villagers. I mean, that was a terrible bug. You all gave up videos at the same time. I'm gonna try to stream a little more. I really hate making videos, right? 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I don't mind streaming. I don't mind talking to people. Yeah, everybody. I'm gonna hedge my words here, but I have I told Seth that I wasn't playing on the Bedrock server anymore. Not because I dislike anybody there, but because there's no one ever to play with. And if I'm going to just play in a single player world by myself, I might as well just play in a single player world by myself. And so, like, hopefully, maybe one day that picks back up and maybe I rejoin and we'll see where that goes. But maybe I join another server. I actually tried to join some servers, right? And the vetting process, I actually tried to join this realm. I forget what it was called, Oak Ridge or something. And the vetting process, I just got so bored that I just gave up, right? So, like, I filled out all these applications and talked to all these people and did all these interviews. And like, I swear to God, I've gotten jobs that took less paperwork. I'm glad to see you back. How's your health? The last few months, man, I have never been sicker in my entire life. I had this really bad, like, respiratory infection and stuff. and I just couldn't quit coughing, and just I've been carrying on, and just I didn't think I was gonna make it at some certain points. I had this thing where I would like my blood pressure would spike and like my temperature would go up, and then like I would just like just out I go, right? And apparently that's called a the doctor said what was it called? What the hell did he call that? Oh, a cough induced syncope. So like you get the coughing, right? And then like it makes your blood pressure spike, and then the next thing you know, like bam, you're just passed out. Like it's hella scary. But yeah, I'm doing better. I'm feeling healthy, feeling good. My eyesight's still suspect. I really should do more videos, right? And like share some of the things I know. I've ever caught your streams, though I know your name. Well, hello, B Silver B on Twitch. Stream away, there's people to play with, but all we do is dig and dig and dig. Yeah, I mean, I like digging, don't get me wrong, but no one's ever in bush hat. No one's ever digging at the same time. Don't get me wrong, I do a lot of digging. I terraformed. Maybe I should just put up a picture of that seed. I terraformed that whole entire thing down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, it's I love digging. I find digging to be very relaxing, but I don't think I would like to dig on stream. I think that would be boring. I'll say hello over here too. Well, thank you, B Silver B. Thank you for watching on both sides, Twitch and on YouTube. That makes you a doubly awesome person. The rest of y'all only watching on one platform are just regular awesome. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That's actually 13, but it doesn't matter because they can actually see POI up to 16 blocks. Yeah, I downloaded this thing. I think it's called Altrium or something like that. It's an OBS plugin, and it allows you to stream on multiple platforms at the same time, assuming your internet's messed up. Assuming you're not an idiot like I am, and you connect to the correct Wi-Fi. But if you are an idiot like me, you do it wrong the first time, and then people are like, "Oh, your stream is so laggy," and it wouldn't even connect to YouTube because it was so slow. So like my router is obviously dual band, right? So like most every person in the whole world has a dual band router, right? 2.4 and 5. And my 2.4 is ridiculously slow because like every device in the world is on it, right? So like the printers and the TVs and the phones, the this, the that, everything is connected to the internet. The toaster and the refrigerator and the washing machine, everything is hooked up to the internet for some unknown reason. And so it is incredibly slow to stream on. But if you jump over to the 5 gigahertz, man, it is so fast. And I know I really should wire it. It should be hardwired. And I'll get to that. Oh, in case you're wondering why I'm building this wall, the sun is coming up and these guys are about to wake up. So we are going to not push our luck. Yes, but sent one of this thing dug down to Bedrock and some super distance around. Always good to see an old guy stream. I'm gonna try to start streaming a little more, Simon. Like I said, I've been feeling pretty good lately, and I've got my PCs all tuned up and whatnot, and I want to do some little fancier stuff to my stream. I want to add some music and some overlays and some this and that and things, and maybe even, I need a haircut, but this is what I look like. So here's my cam. But I'm gonna turn that off because I need a haircut in the worst kind of way. Let's see. Are you thinking of joining on Sim 6, or would you be fine playing on Sim 4? I am playing on Sim 4 currently. I prefer to play on Sim 4, and I know a lot of people hate Sim 4, and I agree that Sim 4 is awful. But, oh, did you know that, like, Sim 5 is a thing? Did you know that? Because a lot of people don't realize that you can play on Sim 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, it takes a little bit of doing, right? So you can't just, like, create your world and make it Sim 5. That's not a thing you can do. But if you do a little bit of editing and a little bit of voodoo and black magic and things like that, and worship Satan or whatever it is that you need to be doing, that you can make Sim 5 worlds. And it's wild, right? It's wild to see Sim 5 or Sim 7 or whatever sim distance you want. And that's totally a thing on Java, but on Bedrock, they're like, no, only even numbers for some reason. Because we're Mojang and we have decided that's what we're doing. I'm starting to dislike Sim 4. Yeah, a lot of people build raid farms in a really weird way. Yeah, Sim 4 is awful for a lot of reasons, but I play in Sim 4 because I don't want to build things that I don't think other people can build, right? So if I build it, I want to build it in a way that I think the most people will be able to copy it, right? Or get something out of it, right? So, like, maybe you don't build 22 farms per level, but maybe you build 6 or 10 or 4 or however many you need, right? You don't have to go full the full thing here. I'm more about, like, I just want to teach people how to do things, right? You don't have to do it the way I do it. Just learn how it works and then do it however you want. Sim 4 is awful because the mobs spawn practically on top of you. They aren't spread out. And it really restricts a lot of the mob farming, right? So, like, everything else is more or less okay, right? You don't have to worry about, like, redstone and, crops and things like that. That's not where the issue is on Sim 4. The issue is always mob farming. It is 100% mobs because the dreaded R44, right? So you have all these mobs spawning within 24 to 44 blocks of the player. For anyone who doesn't understand why Sim 4 is so bad on Bedrock, I know there were some Java players in here earlier watching, and where your mobs are spread out over 128 blocks radius, ours are spread out over 44 blocks. So you can imagine how having just creepers spawn in on top of your piglins or whatever, right? It's really awful. Yeah, it really is bad in the Nether. I don't like the Nether. I'm going to be honest with you. Did you know you can change the Nether through, like, NBT editing? You can change the Nether scale. So by default, it's 1 to 8, right? So, like, one block in the Nether is 8 to Overworld, right? You can change that number to whatever you want. Change it to 10, change it to 100, change it to 1 scale, change it to whatever you want. Yeah, absolutely. Anything on Sim 4, you could scale up to Sim 6 and it wouldn't make any difference. But you can't build it in Sim 6 and then scale it down because that would be, it wouldn't be. Iron Golem spawned farther in Sim 6, Sim 8, whatever, because it's based on a formula based on the sim distance. So in Sim 4, they only spawn out from the player up to 64 blocks, right? Horizontally and 44 blocks vertically. So, like, if you're on Sim 6, you can build more farms easier. You don't have to put them in so close. If you're on Sim 8, Sim 10, whatever your device can support, but by default on Bedrock, it's only Sim 4. Maybe I should do, like, a technical stream where I show all this stuff off, right? Because, like, I tell y'all people that y'all can just make a Sim 5 world, but I have some. Maybe I should just do a wild tech stream where I just show you all, like, the wild stuff I do. Man, I have some weird stuff. Let's see. Man, y'all don't want to sell this stuff. Let's see.
Where did I do those? I don't know what I did with my Sim 5 worlds. You think it was this one? Let's see if this is it. Nope, that wasn't it. I have a download of it on my Discord. If people want to go there to my Discord, the links are somewhere. They're in all the places, right? You can find my Discord. It's not hard to find. It's called the Birch Church, right? Let's see if this is Simpop. Nope. Anyways, let me just jump over to my. I'll just download it, right? I just claimed that I have it on my Discord. But it's wild to see this stuff, right? So like, you do these things through like NBT editing and things, and there's some paid ones and there's some free ones and all the things, right? Oh god, videos. Oh, look at there. Look at that, streaming 2 places. Let's see where we are. Downloads. Shut down Discord. Downloads. Sorry, sometimes I swear to God, man, I have ADD or something. When I start talking about something, I'm just like, oh, hey guys, look at this. Am I in survival for some reason? Apparently I'm in survival. Okay. I was blown up by a creeper. Okay, interesting. So this is the technical resource pack that I used that shows off chunks and just all kinds of things, right? It was made by a guy named Mad Hatter. Yeah, Sim 5, right? So I was going to prove that I'm in Sim 5. 10 chunk, view distance. Let's see where we're at. Oh, okay. Let me exit out here. I'll show you I'm Sim 5. Yeah, they arbitrarily decide how many chunks things are, right? So like you can go in and edit them with NBT editors. Mojang makes up arbitrary rules for us all the time. What's up, Mushroom Man 25 over on Twitch? Yes, see that right there? See that right there? That's just 5 chunks, right? Mojang makes up arbitrary rules that they think that they know better, that they decide, right? So like this actually does tick out to 5 chunks, and where I was getting blown up, okay, here we are. You see this right here? So I have a redstone signal that's being made here, right? So like this is the chunk it's in, right? So we go 1 chunk, 2 chunks, 3 chunks, 4 chunks, and then right here where it goes from 5 to 6, right? So we're in the 5th chunk here. But when we cross, you see that the redstone stops because we're unloading those when we cross into the 6th chunk, it stops because we unloaded the source of the redstone signal. So it does actually tick to 5 chunks. Mojang just artificially limits these things. They just decided that 4 chunks, 6 chunks, 8 chunks, 10 chunks, whatever is how they're going to parse it out. So you can make whatever you want. Like, that's the thing, right? So like Bedrock is very customizable, but you have to have certain outside tools. I mean, this one isn't ticking because it has a repeater instead of a redstone signal, but see, look at that. Ticking, not ticking. Isn't that wild? Have you put links to any of these resource packs? This pack right here is the pack that I use, and it's made by a guy named Mad Hatter. and he is an absolute special person. He is a part maniac, part evil genius, part awesome cool guy. He makes incredible things. I can put his link right here in the channel I mean, he's on my Discord. You can just look him up. Look him up on YouTube. He's Mad Hatter, MADDHATTER. Just search it up, Mad Hatter, and then like Minecraft or something. He made this resource pack. It does a lot of things, right? I'm too stupid to know all of them, but it does a lot of things. I use that part of it to do that, but I use it mainly for this because where is the... And I do not like how they have... And I know people who are here to watch me build an iron farm are going to be like, listen up, ADD brain. But I love crazy stuff. So I really like this, the way it shows chunk borders. And sometimes you can see the ground is green, and that is a slime chunk. But here's the absolute most baller thing about it. You can take it out of your offhand and it stays on. And to turn it off, you just put it in there again, and then take it out, and now it's gone. So you put it in there and take it out to activate it, and you put it in there and take it out to deactivate it. How baller is that, right? But yeah, you can absolutely make odd numbered sim distances. That's just a thing that Mojang has decided that you don't get to have. All right, back to iron farms. Sorry, I got distracted by something shiny. I just subscribed to him there. I'll get the link tomorrow. You can find the links on my Discord, but like I said, you can just look him up on. Oh, I try to fly. I'm like, I'm in survival, bro. What's wrong with you? But yeah, he is an absolute evil genius. I have always used all his packs, and every time he makes a new pack, it just gets better. So I cannot say enough good things about him and his resource packs. It does a lot of things that I don't know about because I don't pay attention and don't read directions. But if you are a person who reads directions, then you will get a lot more out of it than I do. I mainly use it for chunks and for the thing I just showed you. Where it lays out all the sim distances. Yeah, and on top of that, he is a super nice, amazing human being. Which is more important than being really smart. Like, some people are really smart and just total terrible people, right? But he is a really super nice guy. He makes one of my 2 favorite skyblock maps. One of them is 4 pillars made by my friend Centranet. And the other one is just called Skyblock. It might be called Mad Hatter Skyblock. I don't remember, but it's essentially it leaves everything in the world. So it blanks the world, but it leaves things like the outposts and villages and things like that. So you get a Skyblock experience, but you also can still experience the full game. Mad Hatter's technical pack is super useful. It does buried treasure, ocean monuments, spawn spots, light levels. Yeah, it does all kinds of awesome things that I don't know, that I'm too stupid to understand. So yeah, it does incredible things, but don't get me to lying about what they are. Did I not? Oh yeah, I did build them. Okay. I don't really know what time it is or how long I've been. I think I've seen some a Do Sky map. I've forgotten about it. Yeah. It's a really good Skyblock map. If you enjoy Skyblocks, you'll enjoy that. And Centranet's 4-pillar survival, while it takes place in a Skyblock setting, it's more of a
a like complete the monument kind of deal, right? Because you have all these tasks to do. Even though it is a skyblock type map, which I love skyblock maps. It's not a long-term survival map. It's like I said, it's more of a complete the monument kind of deal, because it like gives you all these specific tasks like kill 10 cows, like collect 50 bees or whatever the little tasks are. It's been a while since I played it, so I don't remember what they are, but those are my two go-to skyblock maps. 2, 3, 4, 5. I think it's time to do a refresh on that on Symphonet's 4 pillars. Maybe I'll talk about that with him. Like update the commands and stuff. Like do some of the new stuff in it. Like it's probably been a year since he's updated it. Maybe I'll update it for him. What's up, Pokemon Joe? Tasks or breeding animals and crafting stuff? Yeah. Yeah, 100%. But like, there's also like collect 10 pots or whatever. I forget what they all are, but some of it's just like making stuff and collecting stuff. But it's less of a long-term, like you wouldn't play in that map for like 2 years. It's more of a complete the monument, like you have to complete the tasks, but set in a skyblock setting. It's a really good map though. But Mad Hatter's is a true skyblock map, like a survival. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 11, 12. When you're looking at beds, only the head of the pillow part of it counts. I got 88 of the 124 things done, plus all the. I played it one time and I got everything done except for the killing the wither. Because I have trouble. Oh, did I go too far? Oh, I did go too far. Okay. This is where we're going. I have trouble seeing the wither. So I couldn't see him well enough to fight him. And there's nowhere in the overworld to fight him because it's a skyblock map. So I had to fight him in the end, and when he flies up against the black sky, then that's it for me. Like it's over at that point. Wait. Are they supposed to go here? I'm lost. Oh, they are supposed to go here. What an idiot. I don't know which one of y'all is supposed to be keeping track of that, but I started an older skyblock map recently. Cobble clicker. Fun. Yeah, I think they cheesed it too. Also, they killed one of the original villagers, so they should have started over. So because they could never complete that achievement of trading with all the 5 villagers. How you gonna trade with one of them when they're dead? Just saying. You can't trade with a dead villager. Go get in your bed, bro. I am looking forward to completing this. It'll take days, so I'm gonna try to stream a lot. We'll see. I don't want to make promises that I'm gonna stream every day, but assuming the Lord's willing and the creek don't rise, right? We're gonna try to do that every day. I'm gonna try to get my music and stuff set up. I mean, I could play my Spotify right now, but you wouldn't be able to hear it on YouTube because reasons. But I could play it on my Discord. I mean, on my Twitch if people want to hear it. But I don't know that that's fair, right? It's weird how the rules work for different for Twitch and YouTube. I guess it doesn't matter because my YouTube's not monetized anyways. Doo-doo-doo. How long have I been streaming for? Does anybody even know? I guess it probably says on OBS, right? Maybe I closed the dock. Oh, an hour and 40 minutes. Okay. Nice. I think I started at like 8 o'clock. Does that sound right? Does that sound right to everybody? That started at 8 o'clock? What time? I don't know if that works, man. I'm gonna be really honest. I don't know how set up any of my stuff is. I am we're running on nothing here. We don't. I might know everything about villagers, but I don't know anything about streaming. I mean, I never learned how. I never became a real YouTuber. Do you have a mob switch, or are you on peaceful? I'm on peaceful right now, just because it's so much better. Like, I only started this world like 3 weeks ago, so I'm one of those people that don't care if somebody does something on hard or peaceful or whatever. I mean, I'm on survival, and this world's only ever been on survival, but if somebody wants to do something in creative or on peaceful or super hard or whatever they want to do it on, it's all the same to me. I could just I could just put torches everywhere and it would have been the same, but save myself all that torch time. But yeah, I am on peaceful. I am on peaceful. Most of the time I play on hard, but I just didn't feel like it. I've been quite lazy. I just kind of I was playing on hard earlier, but then when I came up with this stupid idea to build this, right? I thought about all these paths and all these blocks and how it all needed to be lit up, and I just was like, I'll just put it on peaceful and play for a little bit. But yeah, it is 100% survival. I just wondered how you were gonna keep them safe. Yeah, I'm in peaceful right now, but I will at some point in time turn it back to hard. I will mob proof everything and all the things, but it didn't seem relevant at the time. It would take so many torches to light this place up. I mean, I'm fully kitted up. I'm not worried about killing things. Oh, I'm out of blocks. Where is the... Well, let's just jump off. That'll be faster. That is the benefit of building above an ocean, is that you can just jump off. Okay, we don't have no blocks there, don't have no blocks there. Those are wool. I guess we have to go all the way back to the main little base area to get some blocks. I really should have been more prepared, I guess. Yeah, but each one of these villages, right, I'll show you what's in here, just has 2 villagers, right? And so when I put a bunch of beds right here, then these guys will breed up I'll set up the iron farm. Of course, I'll build a platform here for the golems to spawn on, and then sweep them into a lava blade, and then run all the collection system and whatnot. But there's no point in having those villagers while I'm still stacking villages, so I'll just breed them later, right? I'm kind of hoping that makes sense to everybody. I don't know when people started watching. When I built that, right? Put this one on the path. Yeah, the phantoms are really weird. Right? Their spawning is kind of all over the map. The I haven't really been keeping up with them, and cause I know at certain times there were if you played on certain sim distances, you could get double densities, and you'd have these guys flying in from hundreds of blocks away, and just this wild stuff, right? So you would end up with 30 of these guys above your head, like they were just murdering people. Phantoms, those are the worst. Fun fact: if you don't care about being in vanilla survival, there is a command to turn off phantoms, or at least turn off insomnia. Yeah. Yeah, there is they need a block to spawn on, but the fun fact, you can turn them off if you want to. I don't know what the command is just this moment. It's called do mob event or something like that. And then there's several mob events, right? So one of them is the wandering trader. You can turn the wandering trader off. You can turn off pillager patrols, and you can turn off phantoms. It's do mob event or do insomnia or something like that. Oh, I think you can turn off both things independently. I think you can turn off insomnia and turn off phantoms as separate things. I have some of that too. Yeah, but here's my very basic trading haul, right? So I just trade wool for emeralds. I buy plenty of pickaxes and shovels and stuff. Here's where I buy my armor and my swords. And these guys right here, I haven't decided what I'm going to do with them. I might just keep them this way so I can buy bread from them. But they are locked. I mean, they are not locked yet, so I haven't traded with those guys. I might just make them into a giant bread factory so I can breed villagers really fast. That is something I could do, but just put different colored wool down. That is actually an interesting idea. Man, YouTube is so much more livelier than Twitch. I guess it's because more people probably follow me on YouTube than Twitch, but I almost didn't stream on YouTube. One, because I thought it was broken. I didn't think that multi-thing worked, but two, because I thought, man, I'll just become a Twitch streamer. Yeah, I could. I guess I could do that, right? Just make marks where I need to put the beds. That would be faster, I guess. Maybe I'll do that after the stream. I have a mining area where I go mine stone and then I run it through, make smooth stone through the smelters. I can just go mine up a bunch of double chests of stone and then just AFK later and just let it turn into smooth stone. You don't need very many farms to start making mega projects. with just a very basic trading hall, a wool farm, and then like a little lava farm and like a place to like get stone and stuff, you can start building incredible things in your world in only like a week or so. It's pretty incredible how fast you can go from nothing to like having so much stuff. Yeah, it is. I will admit that this is really repetitive. It is so repetitive and so easy to, especially when you're talking and stuff, to get lost in what you're doing. I hate when it rains. And it's not that it's laggy, right? So like a lot of people are like, "Oh, it's so laggy when it rains," but like I don't experience that part of it. But the problem is that I can't see the sun and the moon, so it's hard for me to know exactly when it gets to be nighttime. That's the part I dislike the most. Okay, I have built those. Let's knock this down, right? And so like the way I have it laid out, maybe later this week or maybe this weekend or something, I'll get to the point where I actually lay all of this out on stream, right? So like people can... Oh, I don't have a place to put that in my inventory. Oof, right. I'll show how this is laid out, right? Like how I decide how I lay it out. Because like once you learn the pattern, right? Once you learn how it's laid out, it's super easy. It is just repetitive, like you said. It's just a matter of doing it over and over and over and over, and not losing track of what you're doing. But that way, I'll have 2 or 3 levels under my belt. Okay, so we're at nighttime now for sure. I also built leaf walls and ceiling. Yeah, I'm not doing all that. I'm not cutting all them leaves up. Maybe I should build some raid farm stuff. I don't know if people would be interested in that. I don't find raid farms to be all that useful. I'm gonna be honest with you. The way they nerfed them with the bottles and all that, like you can't AFK them. I mean, like, what is the point, right? I know a lot of people still like them, but oh, I don't have any more beds. I guess I'll just use my personal bed. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I mean, I hate doing tutorials. I hate making videos, right? And it's not that I hate making the videos. It's I hate editing them. It's such terribleness. It's one of those things that like the more you dread it, then the it makes you like not want to play Minecraft. You're like, ugh, I have to make a video. Ugh, I hate. Then you like get to where you don't play Minecraft anymore, and you're just like, oh, I haven't played in like a couple of months. You know, like I picked this up a couple of weeks ago again, and I was just gonna have just a real basic, little farm over there, and just kind of build out from there. Then I got this stupid idea that I could build this giant mega iron farm like at the beginning of the world, Because like, who does that going forward? Will you be streaming also from Bedrock? I kind of resigned from Bedrock, like loosely, right? Like I don't hate them or like there's no bad feelings, but I just never have anybody to play with, right? Like people play there and stream there and stuff, but like I just don't. I don't have anybody to play with. People don't play at the same time I play. Like my time zone is wrong, or like people are always playing in Europe or and this and that, or during the daytime, and a lot of the people play at different times than I do, and I just don't. There's never anybody on that like wants to like collaborate and stuff like that. So I haven't played there, and I'm not opposed to playing there. I'm not opposed to going back and play there, but there would need to be a reason to play there, I guess is what I'm getting at. See, and I get that, and I play on a server in a room, but most times... Yeah, that's the thing. Most servers and most realms are just people playing by themselves. Every server, every realm I've played on is exactly like that. It's just me playing in a world by myself that other people also play in sometimes when I'm not on. And I almost joined this really busy realm, right? Or at least they said it was. I don't know. I never played on there, so I don't know how busy it was. But the application process was like, it was during that whole time when like realms were down every day for like a week or whatever. And I don't know if that was part of it, or if the application process takes like 2 weeks. I don't know. Like I just got bored of applying, right? I just got bored of filling out their forms and oh, I joined one Discord, and then, oh, that's the application Discord, and then I got to join this other Discord because that's the real Discord, and then I got to talk to these other people, and I was just like, my God, I have gotten jobs that didn't require this level. See, that's the thing, right? So, like, there are so many farms that I have never personally built. I only recently, within the last year or so, ever, in my whole entire time, ever built a shulker farm. Because I just buy them from other people. And, so, like, there's so many farms that I've never built that I kind of want to build, right? But when I play on a realm or server, somebody always builds that farm because that's their kind of farm that they build. And I kind of just want to go around and build those kinds of farms. Put my own spin on them, right? Because sometimes I'm gonna show you guys something really stupid, right? I'm gonna give you. I almost made a video about this, right? Here's the thing about me, right? So, like, I swear to God, I think I actually do really have the ADD. Let's see where we at. Okay, what is this? Okay, this is it. Let's make a copy because I don't remember what I was doing exactly in this world. So let's make a copy so we don't mess it up. Yeah, and I actually recommend people only build single village iron farms, right? Especially as trading halls, right? I actually have this idea, right, about trading halls that this is the kind of stupidity I do, right? So I almost showed this off in a video, right? So this is a stupid idea that me and Dr. Jen Cyan at Or TV came up with, right? And it is a redstone farm based off of villager breeders, right? And Or has a version, and we actually built a version together, but this is my final kind of like max deal, right? So like all of these are villages, right? And they breed, they, you know, harvest crops and breed, and the villagers all fall down. And they go through this whole system of winding tunnels and things, right? So like the redstone turns on and sends them down here whenever the lightning hits, and sends them to these trident killers and turns them from villagers into witches, right? So the lightning hits and turns them into villagers. And they end up getting killed by these trident killers and end up putting all the redstone and stuff over here. And so like, this is the kind of stupidity that I go, oh, that's what I should do. And like, under no circumstances should anyone ever build this. Ever. But how this works, okay? So I'm gonna be over here at the AFK spot, right? So it pushes me forward, right? And so like when villagers drop down here at nighttime, right? I'm gonna show you the nighttime. I swear to God, I have ADD. Very noisy for him. What do I think of it? I think that you should never build this right here because witch huts are now so good. Even though this makes about 2.5 times what a witch hut does, the witch huts are so good now and so easy to build that you can knock it out in like 20-30 minutes. And this would take you like 40 hours. That it pushes the villagers into unloaded chunks, right? Because that way I don't have to store all the entities, right? Because they would be so incredibly laggy. I mean, you can see I have 324 villagers, right? According to the scoreboard, right? So those villagers you can no longer see because they've been pushed into unloaded chunks. Now watch what happens when it starts raining. Oh, that's not supposed to happen. It's not supposed to go like that. Anyways, so then as it pushes me forward, it loads those villagers and they come right here and like this and go down. It's probably the most ever shown. I've only been in the rating like a couple of times. 10 years or however long it's been since Xbox 360. But you see this right here? You gotta turn in these. Now this is probably an older build that I didn't have right prior to. And I have a bunch of builds of this because it appears to be killing a bunch of the witches. So obviously this is an older, not current build, even though it says it is current build. And it turns the villagers into witches. And then it kills them right here. And as soon as it stops raining, it stops working. Isn't that wild? But like, think about, like this is, oh, look at all those drops. Anyways. But think about how much effort this is, and this was only done for stupidity, right? Like this is only done to prove I could do it, right? And like y'all are the first people I've showed this to, really. Like outside of Or and Dr. Jan Cyan. So feel like thank you for coming to my stream and let me show you how my dumb brain works, right? So like I said, these two farmer villagers just hang out in here and pick crops all day, and then they breed, and then the villagers fall down the hole because they try to get to the beds at nighttime. And so I think there are 40 villages here, so 80 villagers total. And then they drop down here, drop out of those villages, so they're no longer in any of these villages. There is a villager at the bottom of each one of these. And this is a single village down here at the bottom, right? So, like, as they drop down here, they're in a separate village. Let's see. A big scaredy cat. Very interesting. Takes more than bring present. And I will admit that this part right here, right? So, this Trident Killer, this is Or TV designed. But the rest of this I came up with. So, yeah, that's Or TV designed Trident Killers. And if you need to know about Slimestone or Redstone or any of that stuff, that dude is super smart. But yeah, we just had a stupid idea of like, why don't we just make a villager powered raid farm? Redstone farm. And that's what I ultimately came up with. Maybe I'll release that. Maybe I'll make a video. I doubt it, but let's pretend that I might. Here is the very first version of the the Rain Witch project. This is kind of what started it, right? And so, but it's bread, like it's bread powered, right? So you have to like put food into it, right? So that's the problem with this one, is that it doesn't harvest its own crops. So you would have to come up with all of that bread, right? So I built all of these, right? I built the villager part of it, and or TV once again built the trident killer part of it. And as you can see, I copied his trident killer because he's so much smarter than I am. But it works in a similar manner. Oh, you have to push, yeah. Hang on, where's the on button? There's an on button somewhere. Oh, I'm killing so many babies right now. But it burns through so much bread that it wasn't feasible to do. Here it is. Oh, or built this redstone part right here too. Because like I said, he might be a super evil genius. Yeah, you can trade for redstone, but they've done so much like boosting of how much redstone you get from witches that you're really well off to just build a witch hut for the timing is a little better on the trident, so we're not killing the witches, but that farm I just showed you makes so much. This is a little simpler, but it doesn't make as much. The breeder is not as fast. It's a bad deal. Yeah, I mean, like you can trade gold to clerics, obviously, because that's what you said. But yeah, gold farms are really overpowered on Bedrock, way overpowered. Okay, back to this. I don't know if my volume is too high or too low or too whatever. I can change it. I have my little stream deck set up here. And I say stream deck, but it's really just an iPad running the Elgato software. Did I not go to the right place? Oh, I didn't, did I? I need to go there. Okay, well, we're gonna cheat and just cut across, even though we shouldn't do that. We should like start over and go like or go back or whatever, but we're not going to. We're just gonna cut across. Man, it is really hard to like watch chat and like think things through, and especially with like the I get distracted. It's like when you haven't shown people what you've been working on, and now suddenly you have the opportunity to do so. Yeah, I'm pretty sure we were supposed to go over here to this. Like, you want to start with the villages that are furthest from your breeder, you know what I'm saying? So you aren't having to take it past the villages. The guy that has the realm I'm on made a gold farm, but he's very unhappy with it, so gonna tear it down. He's only been playing since May. The gold farms they're borderline dangerous, right? So like if you don't understand what you're doing, you can create bending ticks and just like wreck somebody's server or realm. Oh man, we're running out of daylight or moonlight, as the case may be.
see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Go get in your bed, bro. Quickly. And these are just to protect the villagers from falling off or doing something dumb while it's daytime. It'd go a lot smoother if I'd quit cutting away and working on that stuff. Oh, y'all don't have fire tick on. Yeah, that makes it a little more challenging. You can still do it if you use flint and steel or like fire charges or something. But yeah, not having fire tick on makes it a lot more difficult. Yeah, 100%. That makes it more difficult. Yeah, there are ways around it, but yeah, having what do you call it? The problem is like getting flint and steel or fire charges is kind of a pain. And I know the auto crafter makes it a little easier now, right? You know, because you can automatically craft those things. But getting the steel is, you know, the iron part of the flint and steel is not hard. It's getting the flint, right? I mean, you can trade for it, but and you could always set up a bartering farm to get flint, like gravel and flint and stuff. But man, or I guess you could go fire charge route and ice. I don't know how you would use ice to make fire, but I mean, don't give me the line, so maybe. But yeah, you could use flint and steel, or you could use fire charges, but that's a tough road to hoe. Tough road to hoe. Tough road to hoe. That's definitely not the way I would go. I mean, fire charges are what? Blaze powder and charcoal? I mean, I guess you could, man, like the problem with doing either one of those, right? You're going to have to set up some other kind of farm because you're going to use so much fire charges and so much flint and steel that it's going to, you're going to need a good way to get flint. What's up, Redstone Wizard? Yeah, if you don't have on fire tick or whatever, fire spreads, you can still make those fast tick gold farms, but the man, getting the flint is such a pain. Okay, let's make us 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 2, 3. Yeah, powdered snow is how you turn them off. Yeah. Well, people quit using water because it would just go everywhere and ruin the redstone. And powdered snow is a liquid the same way that water and lava are. So yeah, that's why powdered snow is preferred over water. Oh, I didn't put down a boat. Man, I am... What am I even doing with my life? Like I said, this is going to take many streams to do, and I kind of want to just like get into a big project and start streaming it so that I can get used to streaming, and maybe one day I'll be interested in making videos. Who knows? But I wouldn't even mind doing like a few tech streams and stuff. And that's a lot of steps. Having to make a bartering farm, but then you are just you're selling the gold to make the flint and steel. Like you're not, I mean, maybe you make a little bit of progress, right? So like, I don't know how much gold you would have to spend to make enough flint to then run the gold. You know what I'm saying? Like you're robbing Peter to pay Paul, kind of, in that situation. I guess it's your only alternative, but man, you would have to use every drop of gold. You couldn't just throw away the swords. You'd want to smelt them down too, because you're gonna want to maximize your investment. Slowly, piglins kept escaping. Big project sounds about what I am going to do. Yeah. Piglin escaping means you need more walls to keep them in. Man, baby piglins, I guess is what they're called. Ziglins. I don't remember they change the name all the time, so I don't remember what they're called, but the baby ones are real pain to keep in. 100%, they are a real nightmare to keep in. I'm gonna set these guys up over here. We're gonna go down that way. I'm gonna go breed another set of villagers while it's daytime. In case it turns to be nighttime, let's see. I would be something sort. Yeah, if you're using flint and steel, you're gonna have to get back every piece of gold. I mean, you're gonna have to get every piece of gold. You can't afford to, throw away the swords. Because like I said, you're spending gold to make gold, essentially. As where if you have a fire tick on, who cares? Who cares if you don't smelt the swords, because it's so ridiculously fast anyways. I will say that gold farms are one of the most OP farms in all of Minecraft Bedrock. Yeah, I mean, that's not bad. Well, this is the first time I'm building it this way, and hopefully it works out for me. I've never built the farm and then bred the villagers in place. This is just a stupid idea I have, and I love stupid ideas. And I could be wasting, 20, 30, 40 hours, however many hours it takes me to build this, right? I could be totally wasting all of this. We'll see. But I feel pretty good about it. I feel like I know enough about iron farms that I'll be okay. So I'm going to pre-stack them, right? And then I will actually make the farms functional. And I don't know that I would recommend this for everyone, because you don't get the instant feedback that you've done it correctly, by seeing gold spawn. So I won't know if it works until the very end, until I finish all 110 farms.
That is true. When you do the bartering, you will get obsidian and other things. So. Well, that's just it. Like, it's a little more work to build it in survival, but it's almost as much work even if you build it in creative, right? There's my villagers. Okay, so those guys can stay there. I mean, really, the only difference is that I can't fly, and that I have to source all my materials. That's really the only, because like the stacking is still the same even in creative. So you don't save any time doing it in creative. I don't know who that is. Is that Addy7811? I don't know who that is. I watched very little Minecraft videos. And I shouldn't say that, right? So like it sounds like, oh, I don't watch Minecraft videos. But I really don't. I'm a bad person. Unless I know them, like I'm like personally friends with them and stuff, I probably don't watch their videos. People are always shocked to learn I don't watch Hermitcraft videos. I don't even really know who those guys are. Like, that's always shocking to people. They'll be like, did you see whatever guy's name video the other day? I'm like, no, I didn't. And they're like, what do you mean you didn't see it? I'm like, I don't watch Java videos, right? So like if I suspect it's a Java video, I'm clicking right out of it. And then on top of that, I just don't watch that many Minecraft videos. I watch old guys weld and stuff. That's the Tech Rock Discord. I think I'm on that Discord. I just don't look at it very much. I don't spend I spend a lot of time on Discord, more than I should. Because I have problems, but the I don't spend that much time in Tech Rock. It's an okay place. Like if you're looking for specific information, you can probably find it there. It's an okay place. I recommend every Bedrock player, if you come across a Java video, unless you're just watching it for fun, right? So like, let's say you just enjoy the videos that, I don't know the guy's name, but unless you just enjoy that Java player's style, right? You're just like, oh, I just enjoy hearing him speak, or I just like the way he plays. Like, you should probably just not watch it, especially if it's tech video. Just like almost guaranteed that it's about 90% chance it doesn't apply to you. I mean, I'm not saying don't watch videos you enjoy, but you're probably not going to learn anything there. Storage is one of the things that I hate the most, right? Because I hate it. And when I do make tutorials, I almost never include storage. Java videos, if you're a Bedrock player, should only be watched for entertainment. Think of it like the Jersey Shore, right? So like you watch the Jersey Shore. We're all familiar with the Jersey Shore is, right? Or I mean, like some other dumb reality show, TV, whatever that you watch. Because so like you're not gonna learn anything there, but you can watch it for entertainment value.
So like, don't take advice from people on the Jersey Shore, but you can watch it for entertainment. That's because they're optimized for Java mechanics. Java is like playing on easy mode. Oh, you want to make an iron farm that makes a bazillion iron ingots per hour? Cool. Well, you just need a zombie and one villager, or however many villagers it is, 3 villagers or something. You just need that, and it just makes a bazillion ingots. You don't have to work hard or try or do anything. Like, you don't have to. The return on investment in time is 0, and you just put 3 villagers and a zombie together, and it makes a bazillion iron. And you see what I go to make like 25k. You know, it's Java is like playing on easy mode. It's like being born rich, right? It's like your life's on easy mode. Yeah, well, I mean, like, I'm not saying don't watch Hermitcraft if you enjoy it. It's fine. I'm sure it is enjoyable to watch because so many people watch it. It can't be terrible, right? So like, it can't be not entertaining, or it wouldn't be so successful. But like, you're not gonna learn anything there if you're a Bedrock player. I'm sure it is entertaining. I just don't know. You're not gonna learn anything about Bedrock there. Yeah, I'm not saying don't watch it at all. I'm not telling you it's like poisons your mind or anything, but you're not gonna learn anything. From what I understand, like I've seen them at the what do you call them, the Minecraft live things, and like they seem like good guys, you know. But I've never really watched their videos. Let's see. I designed 3 deep, 4 blocks deep, just for fun. Yeah, and he has amazing concepts. Their health regens, their fruit is full. That makes the Bedrock carbon. Everything about their boss models are half the hard Bedrock ones. Yeah, exactly. Their wither is like, oh, I'm in a cave. I'm dead now. I can't do nothing about it. I'm in a cave. And then meanwhile on Bedrock, it just like destroys your whole world in like 3 seconds and lags you out and kills you. Like, it has like twice the hearts, and like, I mean, it's just crazy. It's crazy the difference between the Bedrock wither and the Java wither. Oh, I'm in a cave. I better just sit and spin until you kill me. Yeah, it's crazy ridiculous how easy Java is. I built his gravity blocks for him, and it's very nice. The gravity blocks. I don't know what that means. Is that where they do the gravity block conversion stuff, where they use gravity blocks to get illegal blocks? Is that what we're talking about? Back on the old console editions, right? So like the PS3 edition, the PS4 edition, the Xbox 360 edition, the Xbox One edition. So like if it had the edition, right? So like if it said Xbox edition, whatever. Those were very much in line with Java mechanics. That was back when villagers used doors and all those things like that. But that was back when 4J Studios was developing the game. That was back before Better Together Bedrock. And so you could learn a little bit from Java videos back then. I used to be on the global leaderboard on the Xbox 360 for mining. I'd broken more blocks than anybody else in the world. Isn't that wild? I mean, because they had like one for like peaceful, easy, medium, hard, you know,
And for like the easy on the global leaderboard, I was number 1. I know that's like the weirdest flex of all time, but yeah. I have a picture of it somewhere. It might be on my Discord, but I don't know how to show you guys right now. But yeah, at one point in time, I was the global leader in blocks broken for all of Minecraft Xbox. And this is gonna have a lot of quantifiers in front of it. Xbox 360 peaceful mode. I had broken more blocks because like it I had maxed every category out. It was just like nah, you know. It's one of those things that has a lot of quantifiers, you know, like, oh, everybody in the world that plays Xbox 360 that plays on peaceful, that, you know, I broke more blocks than everybody. Yeah, I mean, like, it's a really specific, like of this edition, but like, still, Xbox 360 was a huge platform, and like, so like to have broken more blocks than anybody else in the world in Minecraft on that specific platform, that's still, you know, but like I said, it has a bunch of quantifiers in front of it, but still, right? Yeah, it's like I said, it's kind of a lot of, like a lot of quantifiers, but but yeah, I've played ever since like it launched on 360. I've played so long. I remember a time when on Xbox 360 it didn't have a creative mode, and then when it did have a creative mode, it just gave you like you started out automatically with like a set number, like a set, like in your hotbar. It was like bricks and like cobblestone, and like it filled up your hotbar when you just joined the world. The console editions were wild. Remember when you could like reset the nether and stuff? There's just a button that said reset nether. Yeah. Yeah, it was very much like Java. And I think when the developers took back over, right? So like when they created Bedrock, Better Together, and all, you know, all the things, that they had a vision of what they wanted Minecraft to be, right? So it's like, okay, so like Microsoft bought Mojang from Notch, and so like I feel like a lot of the developers had a very specific idea for what they wanted to not be in Minecraft anymore. And that's why you don't see things like quasi connectivity in Bedrock. You don't see all this stuff because the devs don't want it. They could, I mean, you know, obviously it was a bug that just never got patched out, right? So like Notch never patched it out, and so like now it's just a thing. It's just, but like they don't. That's not how they wanted Redstone to work in Minecraft, and so like they're never going to add it to Bedrock. They don't want you building on the nether roof. That's just an arbitrary rule. There's no real reason. People have made patches for the game that allow you to build on the roof in Bedrock. The fact that you can't build on the roof in Bedrock, it's just an arbitrary choice by Minecraft. Like I said, they just decide stuff, and then that's that, right? They decide they don't want you to build on the roof. They don't want quasi connectivity. They don't want this. They don't want that, and it's never coming, right? So like people can keep sending in suggestions and wanting it and all these things, and that's just not where the game's going. It's going to remain in Java because Java would riot. Like there would be, you know, it'd be worse than when Java had to get a chat filter. Didn't play it on PE where we didn't have another. Oh yeah, the nether what was it called? Nether core? It was something core. And this is on Pocket Edition, right? So like back on phones before Minecraft Bedrock, you would build this little core and surround it with gold blocks. I think I remember. And when you did, it just generated a big chunk of nether right there in the overworld with like zombie piglins and all the whole works in it, right? So you could like mine the nether rag and kill the piglins and do all the things, and you just got like a little piece of nether in your overworld. That was wild. The nether reactor. That's what it was called. The nether reactor. Yeah. Yeah, you're just never going to see that because that's not what the devs want. The devs don't want. They don't want you build on the roof. They don't want. That's not the how they want the game to go. So people can just give that dream up. But like I showed with the sim distance, right? We could have sim 5. We could have it right now. But the devs don't want you to have sim 5. They want you to have sim 4 or sim 6. It's a lot of arbitrary choices that the devs have just made, and that's that, and too bad. I mean, you can get around it, and you can do things, and you can mod the game, and you can do, you can play Minecraft however you want to, but for the vast majority of people, they're gonna be stuck with the vanilla choices, and that's how the devs want the game to look like. That's how they want the game to run. That's the features they want. And I don't. It's kind of like how like some people want them to add guns, and they're never gonna add guns. That's the thing. They're never gonna add. They're never gonna add guns to Minecraft. I am a little curious about this creaking thing that they got going on. I wasn't sure how I felt about it at first, but looking at it a little bit, I'm at least a little bit interested. I'm gonna start my I have. Let's see. I don't think I've ever played on a version that didn't have the end. Maybe I don't remember. I want to say the console version always had the end. I mean, I played on the console back when like the end dimension was like so small. I mean, the nether was so small that you could see all the walls. You could see the outer bedrock walls because it was so small. It wasn't infinite. The worlds weren't infinite back then. They were like 500 and something, or maybe 1,000 blocks. I don't remember, but the worlds were so tiny. Who knows the sim mob spawn equation? I don't know what you mean. Like for sim 4, it's hostile mobs spawn between 24 blocks and 44 blocks. If you're talking sim 6, it's 80 horizontally and 128 vertically. If you're talking sim 8, it's 96 blocks. I think it should be 128 blocks by 128 blocks like sphere, but I don't think it is. I think there's a bug maybe that prevents it, that locks everything to 96 horizontally. Now that bug might be fixed, so I haven't kept up with it, but it's like vertically, it's always going to be 128 blocks, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But horizontally, it's going to depend on your sim distance. And it's going to be one chunk less than whatever your sim distance is, because that last chunk mobs despawn in. 1, 2, 3. So if let's say you're on sim 6, right? So 6 times 16 would be 96, right? So you take out one chunk away from that, and it's 80. Let's see. If I'm understanding what you're asking correctly, that's hopefully that helps you. Sim 8 might be 128 sphere. I couldn't tell you. I know there used to be a bug that limited it to 96 horizontally. So it was kind of a weird, like, oval kind of shaped. And I don't know if that bug has ever been resolved. So don't give me the line. But everything above Sim 4 is 128 blocks vertically. And then whatever the sim distance allows horizontally. Which is why Sim 5 would be so interesting, because you would actually get a 64 block, right? Instead of the 44 blocks, with only simulating one more chunk, right? So you would get a vastly larger spawning area for not a lot of performance hit. And you would get the 128 vertical. So in my mind, Sim 5 makes a lot of sense. But the devs didn't ask me, so what are you going to do, right? What time is it? Alright, I am probably going to play for 20 more minutes. Because I'm old and I have to go to bed. Because I have work. Because I'm not a professional YouTuber. Did I not? Oh, he's way up here. I'm like, I know I moved some villagers up here somewhere. This is probably going to be my last stack for tonight. And I might do a little bit off camera, but probably not because I'm super lazy. I might go do a little bit of mining off camera and gather up some more stone and stuff. Then why did they ever do this Sim 4? Well, part of it is because of lower end devices. And part of it is because reasons. You know, they used to set your default 1, 2, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. They used to set your default sim distance, right? So if you just created a world, right, it would set the default sim distance to whatever was best for your device. So most people started with like Sim 6, right? But if you're on like lower end mobile devices or Switch or whatever, it would set it at Sim 4. And if you're on like PC, it would set it at Sim 6 and stuff like that. But they just turned everybody's to Sim 4 automatically. It would literally be changing one number. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 9, 10, 11, 12. It's not a big deal. It's changing one number. You know, one time they actually changed everyone's realm to Sim 10. And then, lo and behold, everyone was mad because they didn't tell anybody in advance. They just did it, right? And so, like, everybody's farms were all crazy and, like, it ruined a lot of things. And people were kind of upset. And then they're like, oh, I guess we can't turn up the Sim anymore. Guess it failed. But I feel like they failed it on purpose. You know what I'm saying? Like, they did it on purpose poorly so they could prove it didn't work. But they said they were just they did that to get data or whatever to, you know, see if they could do it. But yeah, everyone was mad because they just joined the world one day and suddenly it's Sim 10. So like nobody's farms were optimized and stuff was too close together and you know, yada yada, and Redstone didn't work and this and that and of course it was laggy and things like that, but nobody had any prep time to you know, optimize things. Yeah, you never know. You never know what I'm going to talk about. I'm all over the map, man. But yeah. Ooh, where am I going? Am I going to the far? I don't know where I'm definitely gonna take this first road. Okay. I've talked about Sim 5 on my Discord a little bit. Yeah, Sim 5 would be a compromise because it wouldn't make Mojang spend a lot more money on realms, which at the end of the day, Minecraft is a business, right? I get that. I get that Mojang, Microsoft spent $2.5 billion, and so they have to balance with what things cost versus what it makes, and that's why you see them slap their Minecraft logo on so much merchandise and other games and board games and Crocs and movies and just everything, right? So like they are just really monetizing Minecraft, and I get why, right? But at the same time, you can't over monetize it and not give people any, like you can't make it a bad experience and over monetize it. You have to spend money to make money. Yeah, I have some old Fire tablets that you just no longer get updated. I'm trying to decide, am I going here? I think I'm going here maybe? I really should start putting torches and stuff up so that I know where I'm going. Yeah, I'm going here. Okay. Yeah, I really should start putting torches up. For tomorrow. We'll remember the torches tomorrow. I'm gonna go after the stream. I'm gonna watch what do you call it? That Star Trek Lower Decks. Like a animated Star Trek, and that started. The last season of that came out today. Oh, I thought I pushed you off. Scared me, little guy. Microsoft has killed a lot of things, right? So like Skype but like every company is guilty of that. Look at all the things that Google kills. Google Glass, Google Hangouts, Google Circles, Google, like all the things that Google has killed, right? Google kills all kinds of things too. So like not every idea is a winner. Would have bought Legends for $20. They want 50. That is not a $50 game. Yeah, I looked at a lot of those games, like Legends and Dungeons, and I played Dungeons. I think is the one I played. It's like a top-down arcade game, right? That's the one. And I played it. It was on Game Pass or something. I had Game Pass at the time, and I thought it was okay. I'm kind of like you, where I wouldn't have paid $50 for it, but I would have paid $10, $20. I just didn't think it was that good of a game. Bro, why are you not linked it to your bed, bro? Get your life together. Man, villagers, what are you gonna do, right? And then, yeah, I like RTS games, right? So, 2, 3, 4. I'm gonna start doing like 10. And so, like, I like RTS games like Command and Conquer and things like that. I didn't think it was a Minecraft game. I played Minecraft, what was it called? World or Live or what it was called, where you go around with your phone playing like Pokemon. Lurk, I need to go join the hubby in front of the TV. Been great to be here. I look forward to your future streams. Well, thank you for watching. B Silver B over on Twitch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And like I said, I'm gonna go watch the animated Star Trek last season. If you haven't watched it, Star Trek Lower Decks. It's It's an animated Star Trek, but it's like from the perspective of like, like the people that you don't know their names usually, like the people that run the ship and stuff. I got Dungeons for free on PS4. I do have the player subscription though. Yeah, yeah, Minecraft Earth. Yeah, and it just never felt like a Minecraft game. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9. I'm just gonna block these guys off before I mess around and let them wake up and. Oh, I don't have enough blocks. Interesting. Well, isn't that interesting? Yeah, Minecraft Earth. I thought it was an interesting concept, right? And COVID killed that, right? But it never felt like a Minecraft game, and that's where all of these games have kind of failed. Is they don't feel like they're not bad games, they just aren't Minecraft games. If you slap the word Minecraft on it, that's what people expect. They should just say, "Oh, hey, look, here's a game from Mojang called Legends," but don't slap the word Minecraft on top of it. Just make a good game and don't slap Minecraft on it. Bruh. Oh, you are an absolute noodle. Oh, what an idiot. I don't know if that's my fault or his fault, but he's gonna have to pay for it. What a bunch of just awful villagers. I hope you fell in the water. Did they fall in the water or did they die? Oh, they didn't. They fell right there. How? Okay. Well, that's that, I guess. Yeah, I mean, Minecraft Earth was never really good, right? And COVID certainly didn't help it any. Because of all the lockdowns and stuff, they had to actually change how the game worked. I guess I'm going to end the stream. I don't know how to raid someone. Let me open up. Let's see, new window, right? So let's open up Twitch. I don't know how to raid anyone on YouTube, so let's pretend like we don't even know how that don't exist. Twitch, right? Does anybody know anyone that is streaming? Oh, I guess Prowl is streaming. We could raid him. He won't care. Ooh, not to ask Prowl to collaborate. No, I don't think we'll be doing that today. Let's see. Open up my channel. Go into my chat. I don't know if anybody's. Oh yeah, I got 5 people watching on Twitch. Let's see. Was it any good? Story mode done because studio done. Yes, that was actually a very good game. You can actually watch it. It's kind of a interactive movie more than anything, made by a company called, what were they called? Telltale Games. They actually made a lot of really good games, and they actually ruined a few other good games, like 7 Days to Die.
I can get into that a little more, but I'm gonna go figure out how to raid someone. Let's see, exclamation point raid. Spell it correctly. Do I have to know the name of the person? Oh, I guess I do have to know their name. Let's see, exclamation point. Oh, it's probably forward slash, right? Forward slash raid. That's PRO. I don't know his full name. Is it like Prowl 8413? Yeah, that's what it is. Oh, I guess I gotta capitalize it probably. Unless somebody else has somebody they want me to raid. I'm not really following anybody else that's streaming currently. Prowl's a pretty good dude. He knows a lot of things about a lot of things. I don't know if that took me over there or not. I don't know. Anyways, somebody's gonna tell me how to raid on this because I don't know how to do this. Anyways, so I will quickly tell you the story of Telltale Games, and then we'll wrap the stream up and we'll just end it, right? So Telltale Games, they made games like The Walking Dead and Minecraft Story Mode. They made a Batman game. They made a lot of really good that were like story based, like choose your own adventure, right? So there'd be a lot of dialogue, and then you would make a choice, and then you would do maybe like a little quick puzzle, and then like there'd be some more dialogue and things would happen, and so like it wasn't really an action game, right? So you weren't running around like, you know, shooting people and stuff. I mean, it was more of a movie, right? Like an animated movie. I told my youngster that every stream day there had to be a course on raiding. Let's raid. I tried that. That didn't work. Anyways, or maybe I did raid Prowl. I don't really know. So maybe people on Twitch aren't even hearing the story. Who knows? I don't know. I'm not. I'm more of a YouTube guy than a Twitch guy. So I'm just gonna be honest. But I appear to still be live on Twitch, so I don't know. And nobody on Twitch is saying so. And where was I at? Oh, okay, Telltale Game Trash. So they made all these really good games. And they also were the publisher, right? So like they didn't make 7 Days to Die. That was a company called the Fun Pimps. But the Fun Pimps were PC guys, and they didn't make console games. So they farmed it out to Telltale Games. And Telltale Games hired a company to actually do the work called Iron Galaxy. Yeah, they made a Back to the Future game, right? They made a bunch of really good story-driven games that were fun to play. They were interesting. They were really good, well written. But like they really just overworked the mess out of their developers, right? So like you're always behind, and the CEOs and stuff were spending crazy money, and it was a really poorly managed company. So they hired this company called Iron Galaxy to do the console version of 7 Days to Die, right? And so Telltale Games, like I said, had mismanaged all of their money, and so they went into bankruptcy. Well, Iron Galaxy said, "Wait, we didn't get paid. We are not gonna give anybody anything until we get paid." And so people who had bought 7 Days to Die on consoles, which I was one of them, they were just kind of stuck in the lurch of a unfinished game that was in very, very early version of the game.
and like it was just never going to be updated again. And it took a couple of years for the Fun Pimps to get the rights back out of bankruptcy auction so that they could start working on it again. And just recently, within the last 6 months, they actually put out a new console version of 7 Days to Die, which I love 7 Days to Die. Yeah, exactly. Like Concern Date, right? Stardew Valley. I have a weird relationship with Stardew Valley. I want to like it so much, I just cannot force myself to get into it. Right? I just I don't know what it is about the game. I don't know if it's the graphics or it's so much reading or because like when I have to read, I have to like get super close and it's my eyesight and it's weird fonts and stuff. And I really want to like that game. I just can't. But so recently they put out an update for the game on console. But yeah, Telltale Games took down so many studios and games and just took down just tons of stuff. They were so involved in so many different games that they just took all of that down with them. So that is the tale of Telltale Games, is how they ruined so many really good games and just multitudes of studios. And I tell you the story of 7 Days to Die because that happened to several other games that I just don't know the names of. Because they would get these publishing deals, right, where, oh, we're going to publish this game for you, we're going to take care of it, and they would hire blah 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 studio to do the actual work. And then, of course, blah, blah, blah studio never got paid. So then that studio's out of all of that resources of time and effort, and they had to pay developers. And the company that owned the rights to that game, who thought it was going to be ported to consoles and mobile and all the things, never got their game ported. And so, like, everyone lost. The consumers lost, the developers lost, like, everybody just straight across the board. It was just a total, absolute disaster for so much of gaming that it was just insane how big of a deal it was. Let's see. I'm in this Terraria. Yeah, I never got into Terraria either, and that's one of the games I really wanted to like, and I really wanted to like Stardew Valley. I bought Stardew Valley. I bought it, but I just can't get into it because let's see. I am here with this update because I am looking forward to not marrying one of the village idiots. Yeah, I really wanted to like Stardew Valley, and maybe I will get a giant monitor or something where I can easily read the text in it. But until I do that, then Stardew Valley is on the back burner for me. I've watched a lot of videos and it looks like a really good game. I just can't get into it for that very reason. Anyway, so it's 11 o'clock. I am going to call it quits for tonight. I hope to be back tomorrow night at maybe 7 or 8 Central U.S. Standard Time. We will see. Hopefully everything works out. But I need to get ready to go to bed. Thanks everyone for coming out. It's been amazing. I am so happy to be kind of back doing this. Maybe this will lead to other streams. Maybe it'll lead me going back to Bedrock. Maybe it'll lead to me creating my own server. Maybe I'll make videos. I don't know. We'll see. This was kind of a good, just like stick my feet back in the water and get it going, you know, because the hardest part of streaming and making content is pushing the button, the go button, right? Because you just like you can load up Minecraft and you can load up OBS and do all the things, and just like you just stare at that start streaming button and you're like, do I really want to do that? Is that how I want to spend my evening? Do I could just go take a nap, right? You know, like hitting the go button, like it, because like, you know, a lot of people, this is their jobs, and they so they just, you know, there's like, okay, I clock in for my night shift, but like I don't get paid to do this, and I kind of have a weird relationship with like getting paid to do it and stuff. I don't know that that's something that people should pay people to do, like hang out and chat with everybody. That seems weird to get paid for, but yeah, I managed it last night. I actually I thought I was removing it, and like the software that I use to dual stream is kind of weird. They're working tomorrow, but we are in the same time zone. Awesome. Yeah, I live in Texas, so I'm in the central time zone. Hopefully
Oh, if you're in the United States, please go vote. I don't care who you vote for, but please go vote. I hope you vote blue, but if you don't, that's okay. Just go vote. What else? I guess that's it. Hopefully see everybody tomorrow night. Thank you for watching. Bye. Streaming. There we go. All right. Do that. Okay, I'm not streaming here anymore, I don't think. Let's open up YouTube and see if we're live there still. Let's see. View my channel. Oh, it says I'm still live on YouTube. I don't know if I'm still live. We'll see, right? I mean, I'm hoping I'm not. Illinois here, yeah. Sentence, Illinois, yeah. Still live. Interesting. Okay. I will, I think I have to go into the dock. Right, I have to go into the dock. Let's see what it says here. ATEM multi-stream. Because I'm not live on... Oh, it says I'm still live on Twitch. No, I'm still live on YouTube. Okay.